Okay, let's jump right in. We're exploring a name you absolutely hear everywhere in football right now, Vinicius Junior.
Vinicius Junior.
Yeah, a player who's had quite the journey already.
Exactly.
Agree.
And our mission today is simple. Take a deep dive into his, well, incredible rise. We want to pull out the key insights from the sources we've looked at so you really get the picture.
And we've got some great stuff to draw on, especially Vinicius Junior, the rise of a football prodigy. It gives a really fantastic, detailed look at how he got started and where he is now.
Perfect. So to really get Vinny Jr., you have to go back, way back to the beginning. He was born July 12, 2000 in Rio de Janeiro.
Right, in Brazil.
And his story really kicks off at Flamengo's youth academy.
Yeah.
Now, lots of kids are talented, but apparently he stood out immediately, like really stood out.
Mm-hmm.
So much so he signed his first pro contract with Flamengo when he was just 16.
16.
Which is just incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that early recognition, being called, one of Brazil's brightest young prospects at that age.
Yeah.
Well, that's not just hype. It sets the stage. It tells you about the immense pressure and, frankly, the sky-high expectations that were on him from day one.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Absolutely. So he's this prodigy at Flamengo, already under a spotlight.
The very intense spotlight, even then.
And then comes the next massive step. Real Madrid. They didn't waste any time, did they?
Not at all. In 2017, he's only 17, and boom, Real Madrid announced they've signed him.
For that staggering fee, right? 45 million euros.
45 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. An enormous amount for a player that young who hadn't consistently played senior football yet.
It put him under a microscope immediately.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
And you have to remember the challenges involved. He's moving to Spain.
Right.
So a whole new country, a new language he has to learn, and then just the sheer weight of expectation at a club like Real Madrid.
Do you think that fee itself, that huge number, added to maybe some of the initial difficulties he had?
I think it almost certainly did. I mean, how could it not? Being a prodigy back home is one thing, but then you arrive.
Yeah.
This massive price tag hanging over you.
Yeah.
It's got to be tough. And his first few years there, they were definitely a mix, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. A mix of, like, flashes of brilliance, real promise, but also frustration. People were quick to criticize his finishing, sometimes his decision-making.
They were, and under that kind of intense scrutiny, that can be brutal for a young player.
But, and this is key, his raw talent, that undeniable ability, and just as importantly, his work ethic.
The work ethic, that's crucial.
It kept him right there in the picture. He didn't fade away despite the criticism.
Exactly. Natural talent gets you noticed, but that dedication, that's what makes the difference. And then Carlo Ancelotti arrives.
Ah, the Ancelotti effect.
Right. And suddenly you see his confidence just grow. His consistency starts building. Ancelotti seemed to kind of simplify things for him, encourage him to be direct.
It seemed to unleash him, didn't it? Less maybe overthinking, more instinct.
I think so. Taking some of that complex decision-making pressure off, letting his natural flair come through.
And then came that massive breakthrough, the 2021-2022 season. Just huge.
Unforgettable season for him.
And capped off by that moment, scoring the winner in the Champions League final against Liverpool.
Yeah. Clinching Real Madrid's 14th European Cup. I mean, talk about delivering on the biggest stage possible.
That goal wasn't just a highlight reel moment either, was it? It felt like confirmation.
Absolutely definitive proof of his development. And look at the stats that season. 22 goals, 20 assists. Incredible numbers.
And that partnership he formed with Karim Benzema.
Oh, deadly.
Yeah.
Absolutely lethal. They just click. Benzema dropping deep, creating space.
And Vini exploding into it.
Exactly. It was almost telepathic sometimes. And that's when, that massive transfer fee starts to look like a bargain, right? He proved he could handle the pressure.
So let's talk a bit more about how he plays. What makes him Vini Jr. on the pitch?
Well, the first thing everyone mentions is the speed, right? Just blistering pace.
Undeniable. And the dribbling skills? He can just glide past defenders. Those quick changes of direction, the flair.
Yeah, the elastico, the step overs.
Yeah.
He's got all that. He loves taking defenders on one-on-one, and he's so dangerous doing it.
He draws so much attention to, you often see 2-3 players getting pulled towards him.
Which, of course, opens up space elsewhere for teammates. That's a huge tactical advantage.
But there's more to his game than just the attacking flair, isn't there?
Yes, and this is something I think is really important. Unlike some wingers who are purely focused on attack, Vini works back. He tracks back, helps the defense.
Yeah, work rate again.
Exactly. It's this combination, incredible creativity, pure skill, but also this relentless work ethic. People compare him to Neymar, Mbappe.
Sure, natural comparison.
But He's really carved out his own style, hasn't he? It's distinctly him. A blend of influences maybe, but unique.
And off the pitch, he seems to have this real connection with the fans.
He does. There's a joyful energy about him when he plays, an enthusiasm that people, especially younger fans, really connect with,
He seems to genuinely love playing the game.
which is great to see. But we also have to address something really serious he's faced.
Yeah, the racism.
He's endured absolutely appalling racist abuse, particularly during games in Spain. And it hasn't been just isolated incidents, sadly.
It's been persistent, horrible.
And his response, his willingness to stand up, to speak out so firmly against it.
Takes incredible courage.
It really does. And it's earned him huge respect well beyond just football fans. He's forced governing bodies, clubs, everyone to confront the issue more directly. He's become a really powerful voice for change.
His influence goes way beyond scoring goals, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It reaches into much bigger societal conversations.
And you see that impact reflected online, too, on his social media. He's inspiring millions there, not just as a footballer, but as someone standing up for what's right.
A role model in more ways than one.
So looking ahead then, we've seen this incredible rise, the challenges, the triumphs. What's next for Vinicius Junior? What does the future hold?
Well, I think it's safe to say he's going to be even more central for Real Madrid in the coming years. Not just a star player, but a leader.
Taking on more responsibility as others maybe move on.
Exactly. And then there's Brazil. He's absolutely one of their main hopes, maybe the main hope, for the 2026 World Cup. That's immense pressure again.
Huge expectations for the national team.
Massive. And, the whispers are getting louder. Many people feel it's only a matter of time before he's a serious contender for the Ballon d'Or.
Football's biggest individual prize. You can see why people are saying that.
Given his talent and his trajectory, absolutely.
It really is quite something to look back on his journey so far. He's still so young, yet he's already navigated so much, overcome criticism, handled that immense pressure, delivered in the biggest moments.
He really has. Watching him develop, watching his evolution, it's honestly a privilege for anyone who loves football in the next chapters. They promise to be just as exciting. And it makes you think, doesn't it? What does his journey really tell you, the listener, about the kind of resilience, the sheer mental fortitude required not just to survive under that kind of intense spotlight and expectation, but to actually thrive, something to mull over?